hail to Massachusetts, the land of the free and the brave. For Bunker Hill and Charlestown and the flag we love to wave. For Lexington and Concord and the shot heard round the world. All hail to Massachusetts, we'll keep her flag unfurled.
This is
J
and J Travel Company.
and my name is Josh.
My name is Jared,
And my name's Jesse.
and we want you to come visit Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Massachusetts, homesick as can be. Massachusetts, only place for me. Massachusetts, got a special date with that New England state.
So, I heard you're considering a trip to Massachusetts. But first, you need to know where it's located. Massachusetts is located in the northeastern part of the United States. It borders states like Vermont, New York, Connecticut, and Rhode Island. It's a very humid climate because it lays on the coastline of the Atlantic. Its summers are very warm and humid, but its winters are cold and snowy, with rain all year round. Wait, Jared, didn't you say something about Massachusetts and their nicknames?
Yeah, Josh. Massachusetts has two very common nicknames, the Bay State and the Pilgrim State. It's called the Bay State because it has 19 bays. And it's called the Pilgrim State because, as you should know, the Pilgrims landed here in Plymouth, Massachusetts on the Mayflower.
Oh, hey there. So, if you didn't know, the Pilgrims were a group of people from England who thought the church was too corrupt and not holy enough to meet their standards. So, they took a trip to the Americas and landed in Plymouth, Massachusetts.
You can even see this historic rock itself right here in Massachusetts. Not this rock.
After landing in Plymouth, Massachusetts, the governor of the Pilgrims, John Winthrop, stated that his colony was to be a beacon for all of Europe. It shall be as a city upon a hill, all people's eyes will be upon us. He and 40 other pilgrims signed what is now the first variation of our Constitution, known as the Mayflower Compact. They all agreed to follow just and equal laws that their chosen representatives wrote up. But since they were totally unprepared and didn't bring anywhere near enough food or supplies, most of them died before winter. Thanks to the local natives and Squanto, they were able to survive and thrive. Since the natives taught them how to grow food, they celebrated a big feast with the natives, what is known as the first Thanksgiving.
But Thanksgiving was not made a national holiday until 1863 by President Abraham Lincoln.
So, a few years later, in 1629, the Massachusetts Bay Colony was founded. It was founded near modern-day Boston or Salem, around that area. But this colony was founded by a group of investors, and these colonists were mostly Puritans. But it was actually the first colony to not reside and take orders from England. This independence helped them thrive for the years onward. But a couple of these successes are like the founding of the capital Boston a year later, or the founding of the first post office, or even the founding of the first U.S. university, the University of Harvard. But I think my favorite one is the first lighthouse. Whoa, it's the first lighthouse.
Now this takes us to a time that really shaped our country, the American Revolution. As we all know, the British were taxing the colonists, making outrageous laws, and taxed them even more. This outraged the colonists. But the turning point that brought all this tension together were two things: the Boston Tea Party and the Boston Massacre. The Boston Massacre is when British troops met an uncontrollable mob, shots were fired, and 5 mob members were killed. The Boston Tea Party was a political protest on the British's tax on tea. It was led by Sam Adams and the Sons of Liberty. They disguised themselves as Mohawk Indians, snuck onto these British ships, and dumped what was millions of dollars of tea into the harbor. This was a major step towards revolution.
And now a quick message from our sponsors.
You ever been hungry? Because I know I have. Whenever I'm hungry, I go down to Wahlburger and get myself a nice big burger taken care of by their staff and owners. Whenever I go to Wahlburger, I order the Mark Burger. The Mark Burger is flipped with care every time. If you're not in the mood for a Wahlburger, we have plenty of other burgers. We have turkey burgers, vegetarian burgers, and much more. Here's your burger, sir.
Oh, thank you, Jesse. This is my favorite restaurant. That's good.
On to Paul Revere and his infamous midnight ride. He gave his friend the task of going to the Old North Church to set up lanterns. 1 if by land and 2 if by sea, he said. 2 lanterns were shown at that night. He rode to both Lexington and Concord to warn the militia of the British troops. The British are coming! The British are coming! The British!
Oh, but today, we're gonna make clam chowder, Boston's best. First thing on the list, you're gonna need some potatoes. Not too many though, only like a couple, you know. Like, you don't need that much, you know. Only a little bit. No. You're gonna need 1 onion. So, now, you're gonna need a little bit of spices, you know. Pepper, you know, maybe some of this. That's good. Maybe a little bit of everything, you know. Not cinnamon. Oh yeah, some chili powder. I think that's good. So, back from the grocery store. What you want to do is get some water in a pot, you know what I mean? Cherry. Now, you're gonna want to start that boiling, start that bad boy up. You know what I mean? Just something light, get it boiling. But now, on to the good stuff. So, you got your salt pork, got your potato, you know, a little bit of garlic, a tad of butter. Some people like onions, so we'll put it in there, you know. And now, onto the good stuff. Yeah, a little bit of that. A little bit of this goes good. You gotta always put some of this. I'm not really sure what it is, but we'll just full send it, you know what I mean? I don't have senders here. And now, you gotta add a little bit of the creamer. That's good, that's good, that's good. So, now, you're gonna wanna pour the milk in just a little bit. That's cherry. Now, for the main ingredient, the clams. Straight from the ocean, you know what I mean? Alright, that's cherry. Now, that's all we need. So, got the good, pour it in here. Now, we'll show you that when it's done. Exquisite. Here, come take a look. Come take a look. Here, bud. Take a taste. Take a taste.
Let's see.
Now, on to the first battle of the Revolutionary War, Lexington and Concord, which took place right here in Massachusetts. The first shot of this battle was known as the Shot Heard Around the World. The militia ambushed the British at the Bridge of Concord, and this was known as the first use of guerrilla warfare. After taking heavy fire, the militia eventually pushed the British back to Boston.
Right. Left, right, left. Ambush!
This is our home.
Intermission. What's up, Bostonians?
You know what? We got Patriots hats, Red Sox hats. We got it all at FanDuel.com. But guess what? They're going for the low.
Low.
$29.99.
$29.99.
Buy one, get one half
Buy
off.
one, get one half off.
You know, living here in Boston, Massachusetts, we
Boston,
love our
Massachusetts.
sports. 38 national championships, best of all time.
Yes, sir.
Tell them about the jerseys.
Let me tell you, we got jerseys, we got coats, we got shirts, we got everything you need. Jerseys right here, starting at 80. Coats right here, starting at 60. Alright, we even got sweatshirts, hoodies for that cold weather. Alright, those starting at 40. We got it all. Come down to FanDuel.com.
FanDuel.com, we got it all.
The war ended in 1783, and Massachusetts officially became a state 5 years later. The sixth state, as a matter of fact. Then, a few years later, one of our own, born and bred here in Massachusetts, John Adams, became president.
Now, on to 1820, where we finally split with Maine because the Missouri Compromise stated that we needed one more free state in the north, and Maine was just that. As a few years passed by, our sixth president was elected, John Quincy Adams, home to Massachusetts. Under his presidency, he built the first railroad in Quincy, Massachusetts. Yo, Jesse.
What's up, my guy? That was sick, huh? You know what was so sick? The inventions in Massachusetts. In 1845, Boston native Charles Thurber invented the first typewriter.
Let's test this bad boy out.
Wow. Pluck up! So, in 1845, Ellis Hall invented the first sewing machine. You can see both these items in museums today. Massachusetts is also home to the first ever telephone call, made by Alexander Graham Bell.
Today, Moser, we're gonna make history, my guy. This is the day. There's just luck.
So, did it work?
Moser,
It worked. It bloody worked.
so you can see the pattern here. A lot of shit was invented here in Massachusetts, including sports such as volleyball and basketball, and much more.
From about 1900 to 1940, nothing really happened in Massachusetts. You know, Great Depression, this, that, World War I, this, nightclub fire killing 492 people. You know, it was just same old, nothing too crazy.
Now onto the Kennedys, one of the most famous families to ever come out of our state. The patriarch of the Kennedy political dynasty was Joseph Kennedy Sr., a wealthy investor in real estate, alcohol, and entertainment. He had 9 children, 4 daughters, and 5 sons. Joseph Kennedy Jr. died in World War II, but was given an award after he passed.
After the death of Joseph, John F. Kennedy had to take the political mantle for the Kennedy family. He was a Harvard graduate, a very decorated World War II naval soldier, and the senator of Massachusetts. But in 1961, at the age of 43, he was elected president and the youngest man ever to do so. But during his presidency, he did Apollo 11 and landed a man on the moon, Bay of Pigs, and was a wartime president during Vietnam. But sadly, in 1963, he was shot and assassinated during a parade in Texas.
Just a year after JFK's assassination, his younger brother, Robert F. Kennedy, a Harvard graduate, a major advocate for civil rights, and an attorney general, was gunned down by a Palestinian man. The youngest brother, Ted, who lost the presidential election in 1980, served as one of the longest-serving senators in United States history. The Kennedy family had a major impact on Massachusetts and American history.
To continue on the basis of politics, Massachusetts-born native George H.W. Bush was elected president in 1989. He was a very decorated man as he attended Yale University and graduated with a degree in economics in 1948. During his presidency, he accomplished several things, such as force the Iraqi forces out of the Gulf War and oversee a military invasion in Panama.
God, where did Jared go? We still have to do one more scene. Jared, what are you doing?
I'm just chilling, bro. But here in Massachusetts, we'll treat you like family. We were actually the first state to legalize gay marriage.
Here in Massachusetts, we love sports. We got the NHL hockey team, the Boston Bruins, who have 6 Stanley Cups. Then we got the Boston Celtics with 17 NBA Finals. And Lakers fans? Nah. Patriots? They got 6 Super Bowls. Oh, and don't even get me started with the GOAT Tom Brady. That is the best experience watching a game at Gillette Stadium, I'll tell you that. Then, my favorite, the Boston Red Sox. Nothing beats a game at Fenway. And they got 9 World Series. But I swear to God, if you are a Yankees fan, you better click off this video right now. But, hey, hit me along. But, sadly, in 2013, at the Boston Marathon, 2 pressure cooker bombs went off, killing 3 people and injuring 264 others.
Thank you for watching our presentation on Massachusetts. Hope to see you soon. Once again, this is Triple J Travel Company.